If you can make this little ceramic pot, you can make anything out of clay. Welcome to Hand Building 101. Today, we learn how to make a planter. I'm going to be using terracotta clay, but you can absolutely use whatever clay you have on your hands, including air dry clay. To start, I went ahead and booped the clay against the table to get all the air bubbles out, rolled it into a ball, and then pressed it onto the table to get a flat edge. So we have a ball that is slightly taller than the flat side. Then I'm going to go ahead and stick my thumb in and start pinching. Like you can see here, this is the technique that you often hear called a pinch pot. So thumb in and then just pinch around and around and around. Now, one easy tip to get these taller than they are wide is to stick your thumb in and then roll it along the table to get those walls going upwards instead of out. The main thing is you just want to keep pinching around and around and around. Turn your pot, not your hand, around and around and around. Now, you will be able to feel, trust me, when the walls are thick enough. And you can also just look down into a smaller piece and see how far apart your fingers are to get an idea for how thick the walls are. Then you're just going to go around and smooth it out. By the way, I'm using about 120 grams of clay. If you want the exact same size that I'm working with, that should be enough. Then I'm just going to use the end of a paintbrush and my finger, so something that you probably have around your house, to smooth out any cracks, and then I'm going to let it sit aside to get leather hard. Now, what is leather hard? This is a fresh piece, and as you can see, I can easily move it with my finger. This is a leather hard piece, and I can't easily move it with my finger, but I can still smooth it out with my finger. That is leather hard, and this is when it's time to add additional pieces, like for these little pots. They're little bitty feet. So once I have a kind of flatter bottom, this just makes it easier to attach the feet. I'm going to go ahead and roll out a log and then cut that log into 3 even pieces to get my 3 little feet. Roll those into balls, score them, and slip and then stick them together. Slipping and scoring is super important because this is what keeps the 2 pieces of clay together. After this, I just used the back of a tool to smooth the pieces together so that way they look like one continuous piece. A paintbrush to clean it up after my first rough smooth, and just like that we have a finished pot. The fee for this lesson is 1 like, please pay. Now I will see y'all tomorrow for lesson 2 on how to hand build. With the skills we've learned today, we're going to level up and make something even cuter tomorrow. So in the comments, go ahead and let me know what you think it is. See you then.